Like, so many times I've done it and I just like fall straight through it. It's very frustrating. Okay. Oh, we gotta kill the magfolk thing again? Aw, man. That means I haven't even leveled up, right? Ah, that sucks. Well, I guess I can get the better lightning spell to use to level up. I guess it could have been worse. Okay, well. We need to eat. There we go. Man, our essence is regenning like crazy now. It's awesome. I love it. Alright, so that's not the one we want. That one. So we want this one. Cracking bolt. I think that'll work better. Yep. Okay. So if we can get these damn things destroyed, it'll work better. I wish you could see the other one. What? There's no way I missed that. You think I can jump on the thing? Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna try and jump on this thing. That's one way to do it. Completely calculated. Now, was there really no reason to really be down here? Has to be something good in here, right? You guys are poisoned, by the way. Might want to fix that. Oh, could we have just gotten the drop on the magfolk better? That's definitely not worth it. Yeah, it just hurts me. Alright, well, whatever. Let's keep moving. What is this? Just stick that in there.
I wasn't sure what we were going to use that for. At least, here's hoping we can avoid that madness down there.
What the hell is going on? Here we go.
Worth and roll.
Hit him. Going down. Excellent.
Another glorious battle.
Another glorious battle. You're right. Alright, a lot of things made it through here. Oh god, there's more of these things I gotta blow up?
Down. Here we go.
It's just the first gate, looks like.
I gotta live to tell this tale.
Oh, we're gonna live alright. As long as I don't get drowned in poison again. Oh, there's a pristine one. Okay. Are these two pristine ones? It sure is two pristine ones. Good block there. Alright, we're focusing on this guy.
Worth and roll.
Trap him. Shoot him. Keep going, keep going. We've almost got him. Come on. Okay, one down.
Ease ahead.
That was the wrong button.
Up 10.
Haha.
Up 10. And roll. Coming with the right.
Hit him.
Up 10.
Damn him. Okay, got him. Hey. Whew. Good work, guys. Get that arm. We're coming, Sapodol. We're coming. I guess I'll loot him. I can't not do it, guys. It's just... Oh. Put one here. I thought it would unlock, like, or close each one. They all close together. Nope, missed one over here. There we go. Alright, put the last one in. There we go. Oh, I look cool. That's a big piece of Audra. Can you bring like a bigger rock for me, please? Oh, hell no. A bit aggressive. Hey, girl.
You have come at last, after so long. You are so small, we questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil. You persevered. Now, you are here.
Yes. Here to stop the Dream Scourge. There's not much time.
The rot. We feel it festering and spreading. What is it but an extension of our pain? Your Dream Scourge will end when our suffering does. We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh.
You mean Wodika?
She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore.
Wait. Is something happening to Paradis?
Blood on the tile. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there.
Send my body across the living lands? Even an archmage couldn't do that.
A wellspring of power. We strain, but we could clear the way. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills.
We need to talk about what you did, Sapadol.
We must. We shall. We have been thinking of this. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow.
The only way I can set you free is if you truly want to change.
We trust you. You who have been by our side for so long. You met death, and you offered your hand.
Igwolf was troubled. He didn't need to die for it.
And where is your mercy for us? You know we deserve better than this. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity.
If you can promise you will be better.
Do you think we have learned nothing from you? We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear?
What are you talking about?
The beautiful thing you killed. Already you have forgotten. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said?
Put the poor thing down so it doesn't cause harm to itself or anyone else.
Then let us die. He would offer a beast and the world mercy from its pain. Grant us the same.
Wait, what?
The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long.
It sounds like she was saying kill her. I'll free you. Just show me how.
Center your thoughts. Reach for us. Clear the fog. Tear down the gates. We were so blind, so lost. We brought such horrors to this place. We feel bright. We had forgotten what it is to live. We will grow, tend, flower. We will always remember this. We will remember you when you are ash and soil and mulch.
Sapodal's Fury. Unleashes the power of Sapodal to lift all nearby enemies into the air and slam them down, dealing high damage. Ooh, sounds fun. We freed her. I think that was the right thing to do. Whether or not it's good for the Empire, I'm gonna have to try and make it good for the Empire. Whoa. What is that? Oh, hey guys. We don't need to talk about it. Okay.
Andra's depths.
It's paradise.
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
This is Sapodal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Aora could transport us so quickly, or so far.
What happened here?
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
Wait, what? Time flows quicker in the garden. Giada was right.
For once, I wish I wasn't. Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
You look at this place. It feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor. And steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Reingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Day Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
Ambassador Hilgard must know something about this.
If he didn't start this himself.
He didn't.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
I freed Sapadal from their prison. The Dream Scourge is over.
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadal. Time will tell, I suppose.
After all this time, they're free. And the living land is free to heal.
We've cured the land and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, rather a successful day.
For now.
Then we had better keep Sapadal calm, starting with a ceasefire.
They march on still. We run, but we are not yet truly free.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess there was a chance for me there to kill her, right? I'm gonna pause it for a second. We could have killed her. It did seem like she was trying to say that, right? That she'd accept that. Give her the piece of the grave. I didn't like the dialogue choice for that, is the main reason I didn't consider it at first. Now I'm thinking back on it, maybe it would have been a good choice, but I don't think her situation and the bear situation that she gave us was the same. I do think that his Adiran nature and everything, he has a real sense of justice. You know, like we did try to turn in those criminals way back at the beginning, failed it, but we could have. We tried to. And the Petru guy was, in his opinion, and this is where you get, you know, sort of what is justice if everybody has their own justice, right? But Petru is unjustly imprisoned because he's already made it clear that he doesn't agree with the animancy laws that the Empire has, right? So like we had that with Fior too, and then with this with Petru, and now here he believes that Sapadal has been unjustly imprisoned. He's going to do everything he can to spend this in a good way for the Emperor, but he has taken a step down the road of maybe breaking those bonds with the Emperor. It's hard to really say without us really having ever met the Emperor and knowing what he thinks of me, but yeah. Let's keep going.
Look what they've done to Paradise.
Damn.
They marched in with no warning. I couldn't think. I just ran.
Easy. You're here now. Where did they come from?
No? Hey, Sansa.
Envoy! What does the Garrote think they're doing?
Whatever it takes to show Paradis they're in charge.
What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag everywhere?
How'd you escape?
I took my notes and bolted when they came through Hightown. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Right now, that's a good thing.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. Gods, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am sorry I can't be more help.
You can thank me in the next book. How's that sound?
On the very first page.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote hasn't made it to the Balrog yet.
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I may have something for you. I took some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll help, they're yours. I'll even give you a discount. You know, for saving the city and everything.
Oh, thank you. Let's take a look. Oh, you have all the rare ingredients? Yeah. Figured you'd have something new, but don't actually need any of that. How rich are we now? 103,000. Hell yeah. Yeah, we don't need to break these down anymore. We can just sell all this stuff. I'm not gonna sell my good stuff, but yeah. Thanks, Sansa. Anybody else familiar here? Where are we?
Why is there snow?
Yeah, that's kind of weird, huh? Oh, we're way out. Damn. It's an entirely different map.
That's gotta be Ringgrim's work.
That's probably, yeah.
She made it snow in Shatterscarp.
Wow. But why snow?
Because she's the Ice Queen.
A familiar face.
Hey.
We meet again, Envoy.
God, she's so cool.
Paradis burns, thanks to Ludwine and the Steel Garrote laying siege to it. But the Dream Scourge is gone.
Ludwine. I killed Ludwine.
It wouldn't be the first time she's come back.
It's remarkable how hard you mortals fight for causes that'll be forgotten within centuries. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably, if minimally, changed by your actions.
A single drop of rain can cause a tsunami, can it not?
A tsunami inevitably rejoins the ocean as simple water. The analogy only really works if you're mortal. And I'm not.
I freed Sapidol. That is incredibly world-changing.
Perhaps. A new god being set loose on the world is certain to have consequences. Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've made the right choice.
I have no clue. The decision I made was what felt correct in that moment.
Wise answer, that. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With luck, it won't end with you also on fire.
I hope it ends in a long nap after some excellent food.
Mortal comforts are so very adorable. All you desire are your base needs lavishly fulfilled. Goodbye, Envoy.
Goodbye.
And Yardsley, I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to work with you.
Oh, yes. We'll, discuss that later.
Okay. Let's keep moving. Keep moving. Let's go, guys. What's up this way? Conclave camp.
I know it's crowded, but I promise we're safer in here.
Oh shit, I remember you guys. Kind of.
Envoy, you're back! We came running as soon as we saw the ships. I'm
That-
not very tough. Tazarak probably saved my life. I've never seen a Zorak fight like that. I didn't know he had it in him.
They were
I
like
wouldn't be here without you.
twin souls, right? I'm pretty sure. You guys don't need this, right? Thank you. anybody else in here. Oh, they vined that up, huh? Okay. Keep moving.
What happens in Donshu shall ripple across the living land.
Elder Gregor?
Oh, Envoy. How good to see you here as we stand together at the brink of this historic event.
Indeed.
I don't know if thank you is precisely what I want to say, but I am grateful to you for bringing Dolna's theft to light.
A thank you would be appropriate.
Paradise burns from the torches of the Steel Garrote. The people of the living lands stand ready to defend their home.
What would you want to happen today?
Want? Ah, that is a dangerous word, want. It only leads to disappointment. But, nevertheless...
You're being dramatic. Wanting things drives you to get those things.
Ah, that is true. But my role as an archivist is to be an impartial witness. Nonetheless, I have to admit that if there is anything I want, it is this. Whatever the outcome of the upcoming battle, do not forget us. I fear that more than our deaths. If Adir and the Steel Garrote have their way, they'll strip the history books of any mention of our culture and our ways. Future generations will only ever know us as an appendage of the Empire. I hope it doesn't come to that.
Even if Adir triumphs, I'll ensure our historians do their duty.
It is all I can ask for. That's as much as I'll say. You have a role in deciding what happens next. Do the right thing, Envoy. Let history remember you for the correct reasons.
That's up to history, isn't it?
Where have you been?
Where haven't I been? I journeyed to the heart of the living lands, where time held its breath, and dreams had more substance than reality.
I remember you now.
I see it.
Not if you value your life.
Envoy, I knew you'd show up eventually.
It's good to see a familiar face. How are you?
My revenants were just getting comfortable in Thirdborn when the Steel Garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the undead. So I gathered the flock.
Good thinking. Nice to see you, Elia.
Likewise. I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the Steel Garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not need them.
True.
Oh, and I've been meaning to thank you. Whatever you did in the garden seems to have worked. My revenants are docile again. No more rude displays of aggression. I couldn't be more proud.
That's good. The Dream Scourge is behind us, thankfully.
Indeed. The metaphysical currents of the living lands are beginning to settle. Best of luck out there. And don't worry about a thing. My flock will keep us safe and secure.
All right.
My compliments to the flock, as always.
I wasn't worried until she said that.
Enjoy your...
We know you.
Sorry, guys.
Did you help us? We must have seen you in a dream.
I'm not going to let those Garrote bastards burn this city too.
We see clearly now. The clouds part and the sun shines. Was this you?
Wait, this is the lady we found up in the Emerald Stair, wasn't it? Oh, that's awesome. She survived the Dream Scourge. All right, I made the right decision. I feel fully vindicated. These are the Rangers, yeah.
Who knows? Maybe all this will make a hero out of him.
We don't need more heroes. We need everyone to come back alive.
I'll give that. If anyone knows how to deal with those damned roots, it's us.
The Steel Garrote would see all of us burn. Remember that when you're picking sides.
I'm not running. Not this time. I can't let the others down.
You got this, man. This is cool, seeing all the people you affected. I like this. This is good stuff.
If you're wounded, find a place to lie down. Someone will get to you before you bleed out. If I seem distracted, I apologize. I'm tending to the fallen, as you can see.
I don't suppose you come across Inquisitor Ludwig.
I've seen plenty of her handiwork, though she doesn't leave much to sew back together. Unfortunately, my hands are full with the dying and the dead, and there's too many of both. If I don't get any sleep, I might be the next casualty.
Take a break. You're no good to anyone exhausted.
I suppose I've earned a couple of winks. You look like you could use a few.
Nah.
Next time we see each other, I just hope the fighting's done.
Me too.
Not doing anyone any good if you're too tired to think. Get some rest.
Oh, geez. It's a lot of bodies. They don't need this anymore. Trust me. Not that I really need it anymore either, but... I want to go into... Where is it? My godlike abilities. And I want to put this on... Where is it? On 1, yeah. Black bow is cool, but not going to use it. This is crazy. Look at all the bodies. God damn it. Steel garrote. Yeah, they're blocking that way out. Up we go. Look at the sun shining through the trees. How beautiful. Is that Yatsley? Yeah. Alright, is there anything else back this way? Oh, there's a party camp. So I guess we should use before we go. Let me just make sure. I don't think we've been in this camp yet.
Nope. Envoy, how did you... I don't know. Where did you come from? You just appeared out of nowhere.
I was transported here by the power of Sapadol, god of the living lands.
Ah, your face. We all wondered whose godlike you were. But listen to me rambling. Forgive me, Envoy. I won't keep you long. I just want to make one request while you're here. As much as you can. Be good to the living lands.
What do you mean?
I'd just like for us to live lives that are free. For us. Not Adir to determine our fates. It's going to be up to you, Envoy. I know you have much to do, so I'll just leave you with that. Thank you.
All right.
The time for standing by is over.
Petru?
Strike like you mean it.
Good talk. All right, nothing up here. All right, let's go to the party camp. See if my friends want to talk. Surely this is like the last chance to talk to people.
There you are, Envoy. You ready for this?
I don't think one can be ready for a situation like this.
You're probably right. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right? I mean, a god beats a skeleton knight any day.
Hopefully.
This is just cleanup. Just figuring out who controls the living lands from here out.
Right. Just politics.
Someone once told me that war is just applied politics. Never really understood what that meant. Anyway, you should get some rest. Oh, if you need to rehearse any speeches or whatever, make sure you do it in front of someone else.
You don't want to hear my speeches.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I'd just rather not. Talk to you later, Envoy.
Talk to you later, friend.
We'll finish this together. Just say the word.
There's my favorite Adiran. Always a pleasure, Envoy.
Get some rest. Giada wants to talk.
So, here we are. The first and last battle for the living lands.
Not the first. Stay close to me and we'll get through this together.
If the garden didn't kill us, I don't think anything can. Metaphysically, the battle is already over. Sapadal is free, and the Dream Scourge is gone. But politically, we have a small mess to tidy up.
We have unfinished business with the Steel Garrote.
I intend to send a message to the Steel Garrote, and it won't be subtle. Anyway, who knows what tomorrow will bring, so let's be grateful for today. You've earned a little peace of mind.
I'd settle for one dreamless night under the stars.
Get some rest then. Let me take the first watch. Besides, I need to tinker on the phantasmal focus. Make sure it's ready for war. Don't stay up too late.
Let's talk about the battle for Parades.
Anything in particular?
Nope, get some rest.
Thanks for talking.
You're welcome. Alright, break this stuff down. Alright, let's go. Yep, same group. To the end. Alright. Probably gonna have to break this episode up into 2.
Keep moving, Envoy. The sooner we get where we're going, the better.
Those are Adirans, aren't they? Captain Wimgar.
Envoy, didn't think I'd be seeing you again.
I fit.
One battlefield to another, eh? Dream thralls and now this. Ludwig's a loose cannon, and the Steel Garrote don't answer to anyone but her. This place won't be safe for adherents for decades, even if she wins. Gods help us all.
You're my kind of man. Can I make him my right-hand man? Hey, the ambassador.
Envoy? Is it really you? Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Nakutadek?
It's too preposterous to believe. How could a plague be ended by speaking with a god?
What?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak. It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
I discharged my duty to the Emperor. I ended the Dream Scourge.
Finally, a ray of sunlight shines through the storm cloud.
I will not grovel at the Envoy's feet for solving a plague I am not convinced was real.
Are you kidding me?
Consider yourself blessed to be so ignorant, then. Thirdborn lost more good people than wardens with wits.
You know nothing of me or my people, you fucking pirate!
Holy shit.
Warden Commander, look around you. Is this really the time?
We believe the Dream Scourge was a malady of the soul. How did you put an end to it, Envoy?
Oh, I was hoping you weren't gonna ask. I met the god of the living lands and freed them.
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
So you say. But Shatterscarp is still littered with dream thralls, and Temerty is still pacing her room, muttering in the dark.
I mean, it was literally like a couple seconds
There
ago.
won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort.
Wait.
Nothing more.
We literally just ran into a ranger girl who had the Dream Scourge, and she seems like she's fine now. Did I misread that? I mean, she's still talking oddly, but it's been weeks. She should have been, like, completely gone. I don't know.
This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them?
probably better he doesn't know this. That Wodaka imprisoned her. The experience I have with Sapadal is my own. All you need to know is that it's over.
The roots tearing into Paradise notwithstanding. They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower. Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen.
I believe you.
It was Ludwine who called for the attack. She and her steel garrote laid siege to the city shortly after you beat her to the garden.
I distinctly remember killing Ludwine on top of Mount Forja.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it judging by how she fights.
Ludwine's run through the militia like a whirlwind.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves.
She's going to try and kill me again, isn't she?
Regrettably, she's not in the business of making exceptions for people she deems oathbreaker. So long as her passion for Wodaka lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
I like the sound of that.
Oh, good. That'll be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
Do we know the state of the city?
We've had no news from inside for several days. From what we can observe, southern Paradise is in pieces, and the remaining militia batters at the gates to no avail.
Is there nothing our people can do?
Given the state of our supply route after the Dream Scourge, and the Steel Garrote's destruction, we expect the people trapped inside will run short of fresh food and clean water in a matter of days.
What's the status of the opposition?
Thirdborn still suffers from the Dream Scourge. Though you may have ended the plague, Envoy, many in Shatterscarp still are not themselves. I could bring no more than a handful when we heard.
Likewise, my wardens are still reeling from effects of the eruption. The keep was saved, but there is much to repair, particularly if we are to endure a siege. Most of my men remain at the keep. I can't risk them against the Steel Garrote for the sake of Paradise, not when we are so few.
Okay, so every choice I've made so far has doomed Paradise. Great. What are your plans for a counterattack?
Well, that's been a point of debate. We can't agree on how to stand against the Steel Garrote, nor who should lead the effort.
There are too few of us to risk an uncoordinated effort.
So you let the Paradise militia go it alone?
Even if our meager forces should make it inside,
The siege won't end until Ludwine does. And none of you know how to kill her.
precisely.
What does she hope to achieve here?
The lawful settlement of a new Adirian colony, supposedly. Or the establishment of a Wodakan state. She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve as a powerful endorsement.
It's unrealistic to assume these people roll over and surrender.
I suspect that's rather the point. If they don't believe in the strength of her convictions, she'll show them. Remember, she has an obligation to Wodaka, a solemn oath. And neither the Steel Garrote nor the queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
Why'd she decide to attack now?
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why didn't you stop her?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution. This isn't my fault.
Sure. Just blame the dead woman. Very mature.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwine in the tusks?
Fair.
You could start with blaming your own incompetence.
Lay off him, Giada. We can assign blame when the dust settles.
Why are you treating him with kid gloves when Paradise cries out for help?
Enough. I've heard your concerns. We cannot change it now. The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Adir that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one true God. That's Ludwine's vision for the Living Lands.
I don't really care about her vision. Is this what the Emperor wants?
The Inquisitor answers only to Wodica. In attacking Paradise, she has dragged us all far beyond the bounds of the Emperor's desires.
Good, that's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. She's dead. It's more than that, isn't it? The foundations of Adir are crumbling.
That's what Ludwig thinks. Adir doesn't revere Wodica as fervently as it once did. Worship of Mogrin, Berith, even Aethys has gained a foothold. Many no longer trust that the gods are listening. Some question whether they guide the wheel at all. The Empire lost its foothold in the Eastern Reach. The well-bred avoid child-rearing in pursuit of cosmopolitan pleasures. The Church is weak against them. In a world of soul against soul, Ludwig believes we have lost ours. The Empire must change, or it will die.
Dude, you and me are like cut from the same cloth. I'm really happy about that. I guess that's what she's thinking, though. The Empire must change, but not like this.
I'm afraid you're in the minority there. You and I both know she is not the only one in the Empire who feels this way. Even the Emperor can see, in some sense, that she's right. Why else would we be here?
Do you think the living lands would stabilize under Adiran rule?
I can't wait to see how you weasel out of this one.
I know it will. We are leading by example, returning order and dignity to Paradise in the wake of the Clavager's death. We will do the same to the frontier, given the chance.
Where was order and dignity when you burned Fior Messivernal?
Not us.
My administration had nothing to do with that, as I know you know. Adiran rule and rule by the Steel Garrote would be markedly different beasts.
Spoken like a fucking diplomat. Splitting hairs when it all comes from the same head.
Order and dignity. That's what you think we're missing? Bastards! All of you!
You will take it all, whether the chance is given to you or not.
It's really strange that you guys don't talk to me like that when I say stuff like this. Poor ambassador. Did the Steel Garrote explore any alternatives before deciding to attack?
What passes between Ludwig and her men, or between Ludwig and the Emperor, for that matter, is not my affair. But if I had to guess, this was the alternative.
Your empire is doing what it does best. Stamping out dissent until surrender is the only option.
Your republics are hardly any different. Their intentions in the Deadfire were certainly not pure.
True.
As you say, we left the republics for a reason.
Okay, and we're not the Steel Garrote for a reason. Damn it. Adir could set a new standard for greatness in the Living Lands.
Ludwig agrees. Our success would model the order and dignity of the Steel Garrote, for whatever that's worth.
Careful, Envoy. Adir may still have a part to play, but don't let loyalty blind you.
Oh, are we all supposed to spout patriotic Sokka now, or just these two?
Enough of this. What happens next?
I've answered your questions. Now I would like you, all of you, to answer mine. Ludwig has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwig, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, we are already here.
Okay. Let's see. I know what I would like to do. What would becoming a colony entail? I'm not familiar. Okay. What would becoming a colony entail?
The Living Lands would become an extension of the Adiran Empire in leadership and law. Soldiers bearing the flag of Adir would be garrisoned in every town. They would be paid in Adiran shelling and speak only the Adiran language. Their roads would be smooth Adiran roads. Their medicine would be hygienic Adiran medicine. And their weapons would be efficient Adiran weapons. Our customs would become their customs. Our strengths would become their strengths. Our emperor would become their emperor. Turned toward a common purpose. No one, not Rauatai, not the Valian republics, not even a rogue god, would dare attack the living lands. This island would be safe for the first time in its history, and safe it would remain.
Sapidol.
The adder's promise. Flip our feathers as we find our wings.
Yeah.
The deed binds as the wire binds. To drown us, why were we set free?
What do you think?
He would suppress our culture before it's had a chance to grow. Everything my people cultivated would be reduced to a footnote. If you have any love for this land, do not allow him to overwrite our history.
Rauatai built its empire from colonies like this. Many have become centers of culture and prosperity, backed by the protection of a strong navy. Of course, it can take decades to get there. And this road isn't an easy one. But Adir won't be the only empire eyeing this place. A formal agreement now could protect us from something worse later.
It shall be peaceful in that all dissenters will be silenced. So there's that.
The Living Lands is a lot of things, but it will never be Adir, no matter how hard Adir wants it to be. Adir should turn back now and save everyone a bunch of blessed trouble.
What about you, leaders?
The traditions of Solus are what give my wardens their strength. Without them, we would buckle under the weight of the tusks. I would sooner walk my people into the acid sea than trust an Adiran to hold me up.
The only threat I see on the horizon comes from Adir itself. You want me to thank this thief for protecting me from my purse? They can't offer us anything we don't already have.
Under Adiran rule, your countrymen would strip my people of everything that makes them unique, all in the name of spiritual hygiene. I cannot betray them like that.
It does kind of suck that I did everything I can to make them like me, and that's not helping the situation at all. Tell me about the other possibilities.
Of course.
What's a Grefrim?
The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers.
Like a client state.
The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the Living Lands would enter Adir's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Grave Room's aid.
That sounds like a fair thing. Who would be our grave?
Naturally, that would be the Emperor's decision. But I suspect he would choose you. Only the strong survive the frontier. I used to believe that was Ludwig. But you were born to rule here. Quite literally.
Honestly, this seems like the best. This is actually kind of what I wanted. It's a lot to take in.
Well, give the matter some thought. You owe that much to yourself, at least.
Sapidol? Sounds good, right?
Subtle, pernicious, cut the rot, yet the disease remains. Safety among spiders. A web gleaming with dew. They weave, they wait.
What do you guys think?
Tribute, he says. Taxes, soldiers. The Empire has tried it all before. Look to the Eastern Reach if you don't believe me. They want to bleed us dry, to fill their coffers and fight their wars, to break us like wild animals. But I will not bend.
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet. We get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection without losing all of what makes this place special. There's no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation or two. But right now, it gives us the security and stability to recover.
We were fine before Adir showed up, and we'll be fine when they're gone. Trust the lands and her people, Envoy.
If we give Adir power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide to flex it later.
Leaders?
We give up our fighters and the wealth of our lands, and get promises in return. But we have wealth enough to give some away, if it means my wardens may return to their vigil in peace.
A grave room wouldn't be my first choice, but we're going to need a hand with all the dream thralls left in Shatterscarp. So if the Emperor's willing to pitch in, then I guess so am I.
Okay.
When the Empire demands its tribute, from where will it come? Emerald Stair is not the breadbasket it was, and the dream of yore is now deferred. If we accept this deal, I fear we are building a trap certain to catch our own legs.
I mean, we make fair tributes, right? Other possibilities?
Of course.
How about a united living lands?
Oh, Envoy, no. Do not suggest that lightly. Think of the Emperor. There would be reprisals. Ones which this conclave could not survive, fractured as you are. Not unless you came together and formed a nation of your own. It would be difficult. No, impossible. I'm certain you would fail. Think of your people, all of you. Think of the lives at stake.
Sapital?
Risk into bounty. Does the winter frost dissuade the seeds? Many fruits on our boughs. We graft many leaves into strength.
What do you guys think?
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it. Anything less would be surrender.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing, setting up your own is another. We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means overnight. We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for the picking. Know that this is a hard road to walk.
We were fine before Adir came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
You said the same thing like all three times, man.
We ran things perfectly fine before your kin got here.
Leaders?
Though I'm hardly eager to work with any of you. I like the idea of twisting beneath Adir's boot heel even less. So long as the wardens can continue our vigil, I'm open to uniting if you are.
Thirdborn alone couldn't stand against the storm, but the might of all of us together, we could deter any but the most fearsome adversaries. And that's what cannons are for.
With the Envoy's support, we'd have a god in our pocket. What could the Empire do to stop us? Together, we could repair Thior and create such miracles of animancy the living lands will become the envy of the world. It would be the honor of my life to stand with my people beside you all.
Okay.
Well, let's not twiddle our thumbs while Paradise burns.
Oh my god. Am I like actually making the choice right now? Oh man. Okay, so number one's off the... No, it wouldn't work. It would not work. Number two would work until I die. Once I'm dead, will it still work? I guess it's up to me, right? Number three. Okay, which one is best for the Empire? I do think, number one, I don't think it's a possibility with us freeing Sapadol. If we had killed Sapadol, I think number one could definitely be a possibility. But I think with Sapadol free, it'll just cause like potentially an empire ruining war between two gods, right? I think that could really hurt the Empire fighting Sapadol. Especially with whatever's going on in the Eastern Reach going on. Creating a client state. Again, I think that's only going to work until I'm dead. Either I'm dead or a new emperor comes to power. And then it'll probably just end up being either 1 or 3 again anyway. I don't think it's a... I don't think it's long lasting. I don't know number 3 would be long lasting either. If I let them vote, what would they do? I kind of want to let them vote. Because I know if I let them vote, they're not going to do number 1, which I think is the worst option. So it'll be between 2 and 3. If we unite as a nation, and if I become the leader of said nation, which I don't know if they'd even let that happen, perhaps then I can negotiate some sort of alliance with Adir. A little... Yeah, not so much a client state, but just like we're allies. I mean, if we become a client state though, then perhaps I can start influencing politics within Adir to get Sapadol followers, keep chipping away at Wodika's support, and remake the Empire from within. I do think that's probably the best choice for me, but how long would I live? I think you should attempt to grief him.
A fine compromise.
So long as my wardens are left in peace, we will endure a grave rum.
Grave rum.
Thirdborn will support a grave room, unless the Empire inspires us to change our minds.
A grave room, then, if we must. And, God's willing, Fjord will feed the world.
I do not trust your empire to show restraint in its control of the living lands. Gods help us.
We can worry about the future when it comes. This at least gives us the backing to survive and rebuild.
Right. Might as well go ahead and start designing those rebel flags sooner rather than later.
Good. We'll have perhaps a whole week of peace before the yoke starts chafing.
I will do my level best to convince the Emperor to accept a grave room. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradis, and eventually the island.
Then I will meet Ludwin on the battlefield. Let no man stand who tries to stop me.
Whatever happens to the living lands, at least I can kill Ludwine. I'll take that over nothing.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradis militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Thank you all for trusting me.
Thank you for deserving it. Now, go and teach the Steel Garrote a lesson they will never forget.
Show them that the living lands will not be broken across Vodika's knee.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there, work your way to the main plaza.
Understood.
May all the gods of Eora and the living lands protect you.
Let's take back the city. Whatever happens tomorrow, the Steel Garrote can only make it worse.
Time to stop the Steel Garrote. Lead the way, Envoy.
So we're going after the Steel Garrote now, right? Let's do it.
Okay. Whew. That was a lot to take in. I do think we made the right choice here. All right, so for me, I got 2 points. I don't know what I want. Maybe it's time to get something else. Spin in a dangerous whirlwind. Interrupt hitting all nearby enemies with your currently equipped melee weapon. Killing enemies restores 10% of your maximum health. That's kind of cool. Pulling them toward me. Pretty cool. Power jump. Nah. I kind of like this. Let's do it. And our companions. I saw that there was an achievement to unlock every ability that they have, so we're going to do that. There we go. Luckier than they know. All Kai's abilities. All of Marius' abilities. Hold on. Oh, I think I already unlocked all their abilities. Okay. Then we'll go here. Get the last ones of these. Yeah, I don't use these. I don't. Just get them done. There you go. Alright, cool. And then for me, let's go with resolve. We're going to need some resolve here. Alright. And I think we're going to end the episode here, guys. In the next episode, we finish the game, I think. I've been saying that last, like, 3 episodes. But I think this will be the one. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you later.